From Studio A in Lake Worth, Texas. Welcome in, everybody, to the Grandpa and Pappy Show.
Absolutely.
As we celebrate another day and have a little fun with some music that is provided to us by our new friend, Marshall Williams.
Big Marshall.
Out in Amarillo, did you say?
I think he's somewhere in Texas.
Yeah.
I believe he's in Amarillo.
Well, the guy plays all kinds of instruments and gave us some good instrumental beds, and we appreciate him, as well as Bulldog Willis and Brian Emerton.
And the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chris Judge.
Yeah.
Also, Jordan Sisk
Yeah.
has given us music for the Grandpa and Pappy Show. We'll feature it. If it's good enough, we'll feature it. And by George Marshall, that's pretty good stuff.
That's right.
We appreciate you thinking of us and allowing us to use your music.
Yeah.
It's all original music, too, you know.
Original.
All right, whatever he said.
Original.
Yeah. Hey, we've got a interesting program today.
Yeah, welcome aboard, by the way, everybody. Good to have you along.
Should Antifa and Black Lives Matter accounts be seized to pay for the damages they caused America?
I think so.
Well, evidently so has a lot of our viewers who wrote in with their own personal opinions, which is why we have this show.
Yeah.
And you know, last night, Pappy, I was sitting there. For those of you who don't know, the NBA season kicked off last night. And the Nets and the Pelicans all decided that during the national anthem, they were going to go and kneel by the Black Lives Matter
Bless their heart.
sign that was on the sidelines of the court. And they did. I'm glad I didn't watch, but I looked at ESPN this morning on their website, and they certainly did.
By God, they did.
So I'm hoping that the viewership is all down and, we get a little revenge that way. But anyway, I got to thinking last night, talking about Black Lives Matter. And before I start, and I put Pappy on the spot here, before I start, I have no problems with Black Lives Matter as long as they are doing something in their community.
Yeah.
This is what gets me. If you want us to back you, do something in your community. Build your community. Work in your community. Teach morals, responsibility, patriotism. Invest that money in businesses in the black community.
Do something for your cause.
Instead of getting out and marching and destroying and things like this. But anyway, I got to thinking last night, and I have it right here, all this research, and I'm fixing to give it to Pappy and let him read it.
Oh, boy.
And see if he gets the same feeling I got when I was researching it. But anyway, I was wondering how much sports was contributing to this Black Lives Matter. So I'm going to hand this to Pappy, turn the microphone over to him, and let him tell you exactly what I found out.
Holy jeez. Okay, might I read?
Sure.
The NFL has pledged to donate over $250 million over the next decade to combat systemic racism, or systemic racism.
Systemic, yeah.
Michael Jordan has pledged over $100 million over the next 10 years to groups like Black Lives Matter that will fight for racial injustice. Hollywood celebrities and sports figures have already donated over $150 million to Black Lives Matter. Now that I knew. Excuse me. No accurate figures have been obtained to date, but it's estimated that George Soros charitable organizations have donated in the upper millions, with a large chunk of it going to finance BLM. And I knew that. $13.7 million has been raised for George Floyd's family through GoFundMe.
$13.7 million.
Holy geez, man.
They say it's to help pay for funeral costs and to help the family go forward from here. A convicted felon.
Yeah, must be nice.
We need a GoFundMe page.
We do.
For us, yeah.
We do, yeah. According to NBC Sports, Chicago Major League Baseball has committed over $1 million to the Black Lives Matter movement.
I'm waiting.
Well, it is an edited show, so I think our viewers, I know you know how I feel about that, but
yes,
I think our viewers probably got a gist of how I feel about that crap, you know. But it's just like he just said. You know, if you want to do something to show that Black Lives Matter, work towards the cause that you believe in. All lives matter. Not just black lives, all lives. So.
I was reading an article before we get into the viewers' comments here from a black police officer that was addressing systemic racism. And he said, since African Americans commit the majority of crimes in this country,
which is 19% of the population, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Police officers are naturally wary of African Americans when they approach a car.
Yeah.
So you stop and think about that from an African American police officer standpoint.
Yeah.
It already gets you to thinking a little bit.
Oh, it does.
So, you know, stop, guys. Y'all have to stop this. And it starts in your own community, and that's where my gripes, bitches, and complaints are with Black Lives Matter.
Well,
invest that in your community.
And I will say this.
Yeah.
If somebody that looks like, and I don't care what color you are,
no, neither do
you
I.
approach me and your pants are down around your knees, and you're wearing a mask and a do-rag and slinging gang signs, I don't care if you're pink with chartreuse spots on you. You're gonna get a Glock stuck under your nose when I roll that window down.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it's stereotype is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I've got, and we both have black friends.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's a difference. I mean, I've got more white friends than black friends, obviously, because it's the way it is, you know. But I've got a lot of people that are trashy as hell that are white in color, and I don't want to have anything to do with them. You know?
I understand.
Because they're trash. Trash is trash. I don't care what color you are. Trash is trash. So,
should Antifa and Black Lives Matter accounts be seized to pay for the damages they've caused America? Now, this program or this subject was suggested by Maria Coburn on our website or on our email, well, our Facebook account. Let's put it that way. Maria, thank you very much because it got our viewers to talking about it, and that's exactly what we want.
She posted that last week, and I just reposted it like I do a lot of things on our Facebook show page.
Yep.
And man, it lit up. So yeah. Thank you for posting that, Maria.
Well, let's go to the viewer opinions.
Let's do.
Jerry Blum, Jerry Williamson, and Adam Smith are all in favor of the seizing and gives a thumbs up.
Yep.
All right. There we go.
Johnny Fincher says the Democratic Party is where they're getting their money.
And it would not surprise me at all that they're getting a large chunk from there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Darla Walker said, did you know that CAIR, C-A-I-R, has endorsed Black Lives Matter as their cause too? Or it is leaders that are trained Marxists that are just two black lesbians who hate men, and the one black leader says it won't stop till reparations are given to all blacks. BLM supports no patriarch in homes, all children to be raised by a village, and complete support for cisgender society elevation. That is transgender, by the way.
What is CAIR, C-A-I-R?
I don't know. What were you saying, Olga? Well, maybe.
Must be one of them new kind of organization. No, I can repeat it if you'd like.
No.
I got to figure these things out. Albert Perry said that BLM has raised millions of dollars from athletes, celebrities, and other African Americans that have been led to believe in what they are preaching. If they would only stand back and ask, what are they doing for the black community? They would see that BLM really doesn't care about African Americans. So yes, freeze all those accounts to pay for all the damages they have heaped upon cities across America. And I agree. What you got?
There's another one. Hold on just a second. Now we got to make a little adjustment here to turn on your microphone, so go ahead.
CARE is the Council on American Islamic Relations. FYI.
Say that again.
CARE stands for the Council on American Islamic Relations.
Really?
Okay. Now we know.
That's a topic for a whole new show right there.
Ain't it so?
That's right.
Levi Smith says, I think we should be looking at the full scope of our options as far as BLM organizations are concerned. Mm-hmm. There is one in California that has been around for much longer than Black Lives Matter. It's called the Global Foundation.
I remember them.
They are not funding the Democratic Party and are not espousing Marxist propaganda. Look to them instead.
I'm wondering about an update on
Now,
that.
weren't you telling me this morning that you saw all these brand spanking new buses?
Yeah, and I don't know where they were. Looking at the picture geographically, it looked like they were parked somewhere in West Texas. I'm just wondering if they showed up when Trump showed up to Odessa. I don't know. But you don't rile those West Texas rednecks either. No. I mean, just the fact that all the windows weren't beat out of them showed me it wasn't in Texas. So I don't know where they were, but they're nice buses. There's about 5 or 6 of them.
Brand new, right?
Couple $1 million worth of buses.
Painted black with Black Lives Matter on it.
Smeared all the way down the side.
Mm-hmm. So that's how they're busing all these people in.
Yeah, and I saw another... of course, I didn't research or to look too deep into it, but, they were in Weatherford here recently. And they're supposed to be regrouping and heading back to Weatherford.
Good luck.
Here, kitty. That's
Good
probably where
luck.
some doo-doo's going to break loose right there, by God.
Yep, I think so.
Patrick McDivitt asks, a Marxist organization supporting the Democratic Party? Biden says that he will transform the country if elected. And if he is the Democratic Party nominee, Biden equals communism. It's simple math.
I'm not going to disagree with that because that's what he said.
Well, that's their platform, socialism. So.
God, dog. Here's a good one. Anthony Hernandez said Black Lives Matter needs to concentrate on their own community. I came here legally in 1978, earned my American citizenship in 1982,
Good for you, yeah.
and have had the chance to make a great living for my family all of these years.
Yeah.
Instead of them destroying the very country that can give them a chance of total freedom and self-gratification, they need to teach their people that they can succeed with hard work, determination, and a will to be better. In America, you have that opportunity. Take it. I say seize their funds and pour it into the black community to better it. They will be so much better if they did.
You know what, Anthony? That's brilliant. I like that.
I was transcribing that, and I found myself just wanting to go, damn right, Anthony. I like that.
And
it's so true, though.
That's what America's all about. It's a land of opportunity. That's why we have all the immigration and migrants coming over.
And I don't want to say Anthony is a Hispanic American. I want to say Anthony Hernandez is a true American.
Yeah.
Because he went through what it takes to become an American and to realize what this country has to offer you.
Exactly.
Anthony, great job. Yeah. What a role model you must be.
Absolutely.
My God.
That's right. Shirley Mills says it should be seized since the Democrats are paying the idiots to protest. What a bunch of losers. President Trump needs to turn the military loose on them. So sick of this BLM crap. I agree with you, cuz.
Stephanie, there is a lot of people that think that exact same way.
Yep.
Clint Bullard said it's all a bunch of bull crap. I changed the wording. All lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter.
Once again, you misspelled shit. Terry Severs said if you go on the Black Lives Matter website and search the topics, you'll find what organizations their money goes to support. And I've done this. And the Democratic Party is definitely there in black and white, pardon the pun. Also, America should freeze the assets of George Soros in this country.
Bingo.
Since his charitable organizations are funding a lot of these protesters and rioters. I say cut the head of the snake off and the body will die. Well said. Well said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, I love our viewers. They just tell it like it is.
My God.
But the one with Anthony Hernandez, that still just that rings so true to me. You know.
Kind of makes you want to stand up and sing "Glory Hallelujah," don't it?
Yeah, it does.
That's right.
It
Yeah,
really
it's
does.
well said. It's powerful stuff.
Eddie Dixon said, "Of course they do. Why am I not surprised? That is why the Democrats have their backs, and that is also why the Democrats say that it is a Washington rumor that no proof exists."
You know, I had a good visit with Edward last night. He showed up to the field office. I like to fell off my stool. Him and his gorgeous wife, the divine Miss Dolores, and Eddie's a little different. Well, in a raw way, not in a bad way, but in a raw way. But pretty much everything he says makes a lot of sense to me.
Eddie. I love Eddie.
Here's to you, Edward.
Woo!
Jimmy Pierce says that the money trail says different.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
If you look where the money's coming from.
Yep.
Good Lord of mercy.
Yep.
Here's our buddy.
Big Al.
Big Al Baker from East Texas says, hell yes, freeze those accounts. BLM doesn't want racism stopped in America because they wouldn't have anything to bitch about. There are more African American athletes in all sports who are multi-millionaires than there are white athletes. And which country gives them the opportunity to earn that much money? You're damn right, the good old USA.
By God.
So if you don't like the freedoms given to you in this country, I'm like Mike Ditka. Get the hell out of here.
That's right.
If you want my support, end all this racism that you're exhibiting, and I may listen a little closer.
You know, and I'm on that wagon with you, Big Al. I am. You know, show us what you're all about. Get my attention.
Yeah, don't be out there tearing up. And here's the thing that's killing me. There's two things. Pappy.
Mm-hmm.
One, there's a lot of white people in the protest and the rioting.
Right.
Which I ain't figured that out yet. I just, my simple mind will not let me understand that if they want to encourage Black Lives Matter, here it goes back to the community again. Help them develop in the community instead of tearing up, burning. And the favorite thing is of rioters now breaking into stores and looting.
Well, I
And
don't
getting
understand
all
that
you
shit.
can. You're nothing more than a common criminal.
And a lot of those businesses are owned by Black Americans.
Yes, they are.
know,
See,
and
this
that
I
does
don't
not
understand.
make sense. That tells me that they've got a different agenda right there.
I agree. That, you know, why do that?
And as far as the Caucasian or white people that are involved in this mess with BLM, work on your own lives. In my opinion, you're just as probably more trashy than they are for what
Damn
they're
snowflakes.
doing. Yeah, snowflakes.
God, so,
Paula Cameron, Tommy Parker, and Peggy Garcia said yes, freeze them.
you can see an underlying theme with all of our viewers here. David Hernandez says, nope, keep them open and see where the money's flowing from.
Well, Dave's up there in Amarillo too. I think we know pretty much where the money's flowing from.
You know, you and I talked the other day. They had Attorney General Barr
Oh, that poor guy.
up in Washington. Poor guy couldn't answer any questions or any of the threats that were, or accusations, I should say, that were levied at him by the Democrats. They wouldn't give him a chance to answer. The only time he had to answer was when the Republican senators would ask him questions. Now, here's the funny part, and you brought this to my attention. And then I read it. He gets out of that meeting, and what does he do? He goes and forms a task force against Antifa.
Yep.
And he's going to put a stop to it.
I imagine it's going to get pretty spicy.
Yep. You go, Attorney General Barr. I'm right there with you.
Just the look on his face.
And if you
during all
need
that
any,
massive process
I guarantee you, if you need any volunteers, come to West Texas and East Texas and ask them to help you out.
That's right. I'll even pay for my bus ticket to come see you. Lindsay Rogers Hardy said they are all creating the damage, right? They should all foot the bill to repair the city that's destroyed. I feel so bad for citizens of Portland that don't want their city destroyed. And I do too. I mean, and it's everywhere they go.
The innocent people are the ones that always suffer.
Yeah.
And all this mess. Always suffer. Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Billy Reed came back and answered Lindsay Rogers Hardy by saying in an interview, a rep from Black Lives Matter in Portland said, yes, rioting and looting are just a part of protesting, so get over it. The violence is the only way. Yet people wonder why the feds are getting involved.
Well, it's kind of like old Brett Coleman said. It's not going to look good for the visiting team. They're slightly outnumbered. I don't get it. You know, these idiots. Lisa Ann Harbor said, wow, I never thought of that.
Well, that's what this program's all about, folks. bringing you the facts. Nothing but
Just
the
the facts, please.
Yes. Let's see. Marshall Lynn, Penny Steele, and Eddie Dixon all think the funding should stop.
Absolutely. Susan Macaluso said they're all directing and funneling donations through the Tides Foundation as Act Blue was getting too much attention. Follow the money.
And that's 3 or 4 that said follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
If you get to following the money, you're going to be...
They've got multiple streams that they're funneling money through. I mean, it's the first time I've ever heard that the Act Blue was getting too much attention. But it's a good point, Sumac. It really is. It really is. It's one of many ways.
I just got to tell you, how many of you folks watched on the news the funeral service for the senator that just passed away?
Oh, boy.
Did you see former President Barack Obama?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. I listened to it on the radio. I was so mad I wanted to just bust the radio.
I didn't even listen to it. I don't want to hear anything.
President Obama was, cutting down everything around, and they had. I read an article last night while I was researching that said that it's been proven that the Black Lives Matter started with Barack Obama, George Soros, and Joe Biden.
Oh, they've already traced that little trail.
Yeah. So here is, and he was saying, here you have federal stormtroopers firing gas at peaceful protesters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just because they was burning down their business.
Peaceful protesters. Holy
what a
crap.
joke.
No kidding. Randy Bohannon said, damn right. But we all know where the money's come from.
Yeah, I think they pretty much tracked that down.
Yeah,
to
pretty
do
much.
something about it's what they need to do. Christina Hoffman said, abso-freaking-lutely. To which Cindy Gale Thomas agreed.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Cindy Gale gave her a big old background on that.
Yes, sir. No kidding. Allison Barrett said all of these athletes and sports figures are backing Black Lives Matter against systemic racism, but don't know a thing about where all of their money is going.
Right.
Is it helping awareness? Is it helping the black communities? Nope. It is being spent supporting all of the rioting and violence going on and promoting hatred among the people. Don't they realize they are only making people of all colors start to turn against them?
Even their own country.
Idiots. They're idiots, she says.
They are. It's moronic. And last but not least, Mary Adam Childers, Joe Barnes, Johnny Northcutt, Richard Wise Jr., and Ronnie Barrett all agree that their accounts should be frozen.
Well, there you
So
go.
you see once again a common thread down through here. You know, just like the fella said, cut the head off the snake, the body will die.
Well, Maria Coburn is the one that suggested the program subject today. Maria, thank you very much, because we
Great
had a
topic.
lot of folks that came in
Great topic.
with their own views, and that's what the show is all about. Incidentally, I'm going to take one brief minute. You may have noticed on our Facebook page, we issued a warning to those who are trying to share certain articles and Facebook paraphernalia onto our site. We have been warned by Facebook that a lot of these
On
do
more than a
not
couple occasions we have.
Yeah.
been, so.
have do not meet the community standards, so to speak. So we're being very particular about who is posting things to the Grandpa and Pappy Facebook page. And if we deem them any way possible to be, shall we say, not up to standards, they will be taken off.
And it's pretty much not so much our standards as it is Facebook's community standards, which is a joke in my opinion. But as y'all well know, I've served my time a few times. I've served
He's
my
got
time
the
on
orange
Facebook,
jumpsuit to
That's
prove it.
right. I've got one for every day of the week.
That's it. Let's take a look at some of the viewer comments. Terrell Lee Hathcock commented on our school curriculum show by saying they need to teach common sense since it is not so common anymore.
There's those two words.
Yes, sir.
Tony Clifton sent this in on our show about watching pro sports and all of their protesting. He said the professional bull riders, real cowboys have respect.
Bingo. They certainly do.
Absolutely.
Andy Bryant said our show about school curriculum really got him to thinking. He said, I know what we learned in school actually prepared us for life after school. I asked my grandsons what classes they were being taught in high school, and none of the ones they listed would prepare them for life and its challenges. I never thought about it till I heard your show.
There you go. Something to think about.
It is.
It really is. Tommy White said it looks like the president watched your show on stopping the riots. I noticed where he sent in federal officers to protect all federal property, and the Attorney General just formed a task force to go after Antifa. It's about time something was done about those criminals. I agree, Tommy.
There you go.
Well said, bud.
Paula Cameron commented on our show about activating the draft. She said yes, and I think it should be for men and women. Just maybe it would change the young adults' attitudes.
Abalubi. I agree, Paula. Well said. Thanks for sending that in. Jerry123 said on Twitter that all of us should calm down and start giving police the authority to handle all the disturbances going on around the country. I'm for it.
Amen to that.
Well,
Amen
I
to
think it's
that.
got a little too far out of hand just for the popo to handle.
Well, they are not letting the police handle it. That's the problem.
Yeah, what
That's the
police?
problem.
Yeah,
Just turn them
well.
loose. Let them defend the cities that they're sworn to protect.
Yeah.
That's what I can say. If you have a subject
Yeah.
or a comment
Yep.
that you want to make, there's easy ways that you can do that. You can send it in to our email address, which is grandpaandpappy@gmail.com.
Yeah,
Right there.
You can go directly to our website at www.grandpa, the letter N, grandpaandpappy.com.
Yep.
While you're there, push on that big red button that just popped
Bingo.
up right there.
Right there.
And subscribe. Tell a friend about it. I mean, we've got room for everybody.
Absolutely.
Leave a comment,
It's so
a
easy
thumbs
to
up,
do.
Thumbs down, show topic idea, or
Yeah.
if you just want to bitch or say hi, that's fine too. We read them all.
And we certainly do.
We welcome them all.
And you know, the show is absolutely free, folks. It doesn't cost you anything
Yeah.
to be a member of the Grandpa and Pappy
Not one thin penny.
YouTube. Coming up on our show on Monday, we're going to be tackling the subject rioters. If rioters showed up to your town, what would you do? Well, we know already what Cleburne Weatherford, and a town up in Colorado did. It'd be interesting to see if you would stand up for your town.
Would you show up?
Yeah, it would be.
I have a feeling most of our viewers would.
I think so.
I know I would.
I think so. But anyway, we want you to have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. Take time out of your day to listen to the rhetoric we have to talk about and those of our viewers. We hope you have a great weekend, a very safe weekend. As we always tell you, hug your children and let them know you love them.
And let them know we love them as well.
Absolutely. Don't be shy. Take care of yourself, protect yourself, because the virus is still around. So
That's right.
anyway, stay safe. We love you, and we'll see you back on Monday.
Monday.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.